Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another episode of Advent of Code. This time we're going to be checking out day 3, which turns out is going to be a little bit more challenging than the others. So, to begin with, we can open up the challenge and, well, we see a few stuff in here. And you can read it yourself. But the main point is you have to find which digits are adjacent to symbols. So star, hashtag, plus, dollar sign, times, like any of these characters are adjacent. Then you have to just two numbers are not part of it. Some is 4, 3, 6, 1, right? So, yeah, this number adjacent to this. Is this number adjacent to anything? No. Is this number adjacent to something? Yes. Is this? Yes. Is this? Yes. This? Not really. This? Yes. And this? Yes. This? Yes. This one? Yeah. And that makes up the actual result. So usually, wait, it would really depend on the language. So that's why today we're going to be picking a language with a wheel. And let's see what we get for our language. PHP. Wow. Okay, I haven't really worked with PHP before. So this is going to be kind of like a first time checking it out. I don't think I even have a PHP interpreter, right? So PHP interpreter. I don't even have it online. So we're going to have to download it, but I guess I'll just kind of download it myself and we'll get back to when I already have it on my machine. Okay, so I got PHP downloaded. Now we have the PHP interpreter. It's ready to go. So, yeah. Day 3, huh? Wow. Okay, so I guess the first thing we need to do is probably enter an environment. So we're going to D, AOC 2023, programming, AOC 2023, AOC 2023, day 1. Actually, here, and let's make a directory code day 3, right? So let's enter day 3 and see what challenges await us. I think we're probably going to be using we're not going to be using any like fancy editor or any autocomplete or anything like that. I'm pretty sure like New Vim already has support for highlighting of PHP files. I mean, I would be very unpleasantly surprised if it didn't. So let's check this out. Let's do main.php. And yeah, I don't exactly know how to. Okay, so it does have highlighting, right? So I don't really know how to program in PHP. So we're going to first probably start by checking out hello world in PHP, right? So okay, that makes sense. So we basically wrap it in here and here. So that's our code. Code goes here. Cool. Okay, so that's hello world. Seems simple enough. Let's just probably put this here. Put the editor here, and maybe even move this to here, like so. Echo hello world, right? And we probably need a semicolon at the end. I'm not really sure, but we'll try to do it anyway. Main.php. Oh, right, that's hello world in PHP. Wow, so much progress in, what is it now, like 2 minutes? Okay, how do we really declare variables and read from files? So I guess the first thing is probably reading from file. Read entire file in PHP. It has a lot of like C style stuff, right? That's interesting. Okay, so we have the file name, we open it up, and then the contents is just read the file size. That's actually not too bad. Now that I think, that's not too bad. Okay, so that doesn't seem too bad, right? Let's define a variable, probably called like file, or really like path. It's going to be our input 1.txt. That's for the first challenge, and we can check out the next couple of lines. All right, so okay, I have the input. In here they say get the file size and if it can even open it. That's a lot like what you would do in C, although right, not exactly. Path, read it, right? And if that file is opened, get the contents. Or if it's not, do you have like an assertion system? Assertions in PHP. Do you have assert PHP? Assertions, assert, probably. Mixed assertion, toggle. Okay. Does it exit? I'm not quite sure. So we've opened it up. If it's not open, do you have like an exit function? We do. So we can exit with one. Seems simple enough. And we can probably echo something like error, right? Could not open file. %s. Do you have something like formatting in PHP? It would be kind of cool, since it's okay. Unsupported string at string. Okay, can we echo PHP? Right, we probably want to look at the docs, right? The manual for PHP. Echo string and then expressions. So that's kind of interesting. Parentheses. This was a string. Do we have formatting like %s? No, we don't really have it. But you can do this, which is actually a lot easier, maybe, right? Probably a lot easier. Alright, PHP, could not open file. Failed to open no such file or directory. That's cool, I guess. And let's actually now probably get the actual input, right? So we can open it up, and that's actually going to be our example data, right? So let's actually edit input 1.txt, and we can paste it in here, and that's going to be this, right? So we've basically read it, and now let's read of the file, how much file size, f, and that's our contents. Seems simple enough. Contents. And let's not forget to have our semicolons in here. Okay, so it's true. Okay, so it's actually, right, file size argument 1, file name must be type string, resource given was, so it's actually not going to be file. That's actually really weird, like, decision from a technical point. Probably easier if it was made in another way, but it doesn't really matter, right? We get the string. That's the contents. Wow. Okay, cool. How about now we can actually let's split it, right? So let's split string PHP. Explode. Wow. Okay, so explode. And yeah, that's it. And what is the return type? It's an array. Okay, that makes sense. So we can split it by new line. Split by new line PHP, maybe. That's really stupid. Yeah, no, that's fine, right? That's fine. So we can just do something like lines be equal to contents explode the content. By what? By probably new line, right? New line. And then we can probably map them. Is there a map in PHP? PHP array map, callback, and that's the array. Do you have any examples of this? That's really bad, right? Okay, that's cool. No, that's actually pretty cool, right? So we can array map it, right? Array map, where we basically have like a value, right? And we could probably do something like we take in the string and we return basically the value but trim right. So these are like trim right in PHP. Reverse trim. Yeah, exactly what I wanted, right? That's exactly what I wanted. Cool. That's our string. Remove characters from the right side of string definition. Removes white space or other predefined characters from the left side. Removes white space from the predefined characters from both sides. That's actually exactly what we want, so we need to just do trim. Is that it? And if we run it, maybe not, because we need to close it up. That's kind of cool. So we actually get the lines, right? It ran. So let's actually get the lines. Oh, they are. Let us see. Warning array, string conversion at line that. Is there like a dump variable? Dump variable? Yeah. Is there like a dump variable? Maybe there is. I'm not sure. Dump variable in PHP. I saw it somewhere. Var dump. That's kind of cool. So we can just do something like var dump. Nice, right? PHP seems kind of cool, right? It definitely has weird standards, but yeah. Okay, that's kind of cool, right? You see this, right? It's a string of 10 characters. It's 400 and yeah, that makes sense. Now, how do we need to iterate this? Well, right, what I imagine is we skip, probably not skip, right? So we need to get that, have like an iterator. Essentially, we need to iterate. Is there like a for? Maybe we can actually search for loops. For loops in PHP. PHP 4, right? There's the manual for, but again, okay, that's exactly what for is, really. In that regard, array length in PHP, yeah. Find array length in PHP count, yeah. Countable, yeah, that makes sense. So we just do something like right, it doesn't really matter. We already have it. So is digit, right? Well, you have the character and it returns a boolean. Return c more than or equal to this character. Character. There's no character, no such thing as a character, more than or equal to 0, and c less than or equal to 9. That's kind of cool. Is digit. Well, it is a digit. If it is a digit, what do you do? Okay, stop adding spaces everywhere. You're annoying me. Alright, if it is a digit, what you can probably do is maybe while j, probably define it like this, so we have like an empty scope. Yep. Stop adding tabs, bro. J is equal to 0, right? While j is less than count of current, and the number is digits. No, actually no. Let's go back. Right. Yes. So. Maybe we just do something like, yeah, let's do this. I'll probably not this, but probably not needed. 8, yeah. We increment, right? While it is a digit, the current character is a digit. What do we do? Well, first, it's not a digit. We can probably just increment j. But I don't want to. Okay, that's a little bit weird, right? It's a weird situation where I basically want to have a while loop where I just have this, right? I want to just have this. I don't really want to increment it, right? Because there's no point in incrementing it. So, yeah, we can do that. We can do it. J is equal to 0, right? Why j less than count? Well, it's not a digit, increment it, right? Just really basic stuff. Okay, well, it's not a digit, basically increment it, basically trimming it, and then we have the beginning, j, right? Beginning, that's a j, and then what do we do, right? While j is less than count, again, count of current, and is digits at current j, increment j. Well, that's just the iteration, right? That's the iterator. But also, yeah, that makes sense. Well, it is a digit. Yeah, while it is digits, we can probably check every single one above it, below it, and to this left and right. So we can do, so let's actually check first left and right. So and that's basically our end, end is equal to j, but basically want to check also is next to equal to false. By default is valid, maybe just valid. Right. In order for something to be valid, that means that if previous and get previous at j minus 1 and is symbolic. What is the sum? Two numbers are not part of numbers, but give the whatever. Suppose the inputs concept visual representation, then there are lots of numbers and symbols you don't really understand, but apparently any number adjacent to a symbol, even if it's a part of a number, it should be included in your sum. Do not count as a symbol. What is a symbol, really? If we get our puzzle input, anything is a symbol. Okay, anything is a symbol, so besides of course a digit. So is symbol That's going to be a character, and that's going to return a boolean. Probably. Return C. Not is digit C, so it's not a digit, and a symbol. It's not a digit. C does not equal dot, right? And that's basically a symbol. This symbol previous at J. That means valid is equal to true. And again, I can probably write it in like a really long way, but I mean it's fine. So if valid and if not valid, because we want to basically escape out of that as soon as possible, then we check this condition, get that, and it's symbolic. Get this and check if it's symbolic. Get this, check if it's symbolic. So that's the previous at +1 at J +1. So that's basically going to be the next one to the right, or maybe let's just start from 0. So it's -1. We'll check -1. If it's +1, or basically just J, so there is a line there. Then +1. +1. If it is that, and valid, I guess we can actually structure it like this a little bit. Previous valid, or this set that. Probably this is a little bit cleaner, right? So if it's that one or that one, that's for the previous line, or this one or this one, so it's like the current one. Get current line at J. Oof, that's a little bit weird. So I need to make a name that's a little bit easier to write. So maybe cur instead of current. Let's actually replace that really quickly. V. All right. Substitute current with cur. Yep. Also this current. All right, that's it. Current, right? If the next one is a symbol, if the next one exists and it's a symbol, it's a symbol. If the previous one exists, it's a symbol. If it exists and it's a symbol, then we check it. If the next one exists and it's a symbol, actually current, right? Current. Yes. It's valid, so that we check this, and now we just check this again for next, right? So we just query place previous everywhere, not just here. substitute previous with next. This is on every line, bro. Okay, let me just quickly next. Not to next, right? If the next one exists and the next, then this, yep, that makes sense. Then valid is equal to true. And yeah, that's a valid number. So we can even do now sum. And we can just do something like a string to integer PHP in val. Okay. Why does it get okay? Returns integer value or 0 on failure. 0 on failure. Empty arrays return 0, non-empty arrays return 1. That's such a bad level 1 converting from change to e-note is not e-warning. Okay. In the value. Yeah, int value, that makes sense. So we can just do int value of string. We need to slice string slice in PHP. Substring, so it's substring offset and then the length. So it's like int value if valid, then we need to do int value sum plus equals the int value of substring of the current line from the beginning to end minus beginning. Does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense. Yeah. And that's basically it. And then we can just echo the sum. That makes sense. We don't need to dump the var anymore of lines, and that's actually C, right? Okay, unexpected token at line 47, so let's actually go to 47. Yes. What is the problem? I mean, that closes that. This closes this. Do I need to really do that? It's line 47, so this. No, that makes sense. They need to really condense this down to one thing. Expected token in line 47. Parsing error, syntax token. This. No, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. What's the problem? I don't really see a problem, right? You can probably even do this, right? And it still work. If it's C, like, okay, let's tap this in a little bit, because no, we don't wanna. Why the fuck does it add this weird type of indentation everywhere? I don't want it to auto indent. Stop adding indentation. What is wrong with you? Holy shit. Okay? No. Oh yeah, right, because it doesn't need that at the end, and that's x at 60. Yes, that's it. Count argument value. Boolean will be interpreted. Did you mean bool? Yeah, I did actually mean boolean. Bool. Argument value must be a countable array string given at line 33. Line 33. So, while j is less than count of current. Argument 1 value must be a type countable array string given in and now we can probably check out something. A value must be countable string given this, but line 33. Okay, let's take out 33. But current is a value, I imagine. Hello? We can probably even do something like echo. Oh, right, so sum. Let me actually do this. Sum is actually here, first of all. So that it's not no. But also count current, right? String given. Aha, so get string length PHP. Sutter length. That's, you know what? No. Remember what I said about PHP? No, I don't like it. It's why you gotta make it this way, bro? Yes, string length is what we need, but that's still really bad design. Really bad design. Boolean, right? That makes sense. And we can check out the other stuff. I guess it's a symbol. Okay, get, otherwise written no. Get in value and sub. That makes sense. At line 18, right? Okay, must be type string array given. Really? Get. Really? That's interesting. Countable. We can probably do count. Can we do that? Argument must be countable array given. Maybe we just don't define the type. PHP undefined C, constant C, in line 4. So that's, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's this and this. That makes sense. A value must be a countable array given, a string given, line 19. Yeah, so the string length, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Wait, what? Oh no, yeah, that makes sense. Must be type string array given. Wait, what? Line 19. That's 30. So we get to 30 and we get lines. Huh. Weird. Huh? That's actually really, really, really weird. Okay, we get lines. Okay, what is the certain line argument? One string must be a string array given. Weird. Lines, but lines in and of itself. Wait, what? Type of. type of, type. Is there anything like type of PHP? Get type, maybe? Yeah, let's actually print get type of lines. And let's exit with one. It's an array. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Get, and that's going to be an array. Count. Yeah. Get string. When did I call at 44? So 44. That's so bullshit. That's such bullshit. Maybe I can do something like get string function. Get string. Get at. Or maybe get string. Yeah, get string. It doesn't really matter. I know the PHP community is just flaming right now. How could you do such a thing? No. You're using a wrong thing. You should be using some weird interface. No. Yeah. Sure, buddy. Sure. Okay, so we gotta replace every single one of them get string, I guess. Get string. Yeah. And that's basically it. Uninitialized string offset. Uninitialized string offset line 38. 38? Huh? Wait a second, what? Why not is digits? And j is less than string length cursor current. Yep, undefined sum constant. Yeah, that makes sense. Because we print it outside. We need to print it. And let's see. 617 is the 617 the answer to the question of number? No, it's actually not. So every other number is adjacent to a simple is part of them. Their sum is really it's 400 and let me actually open a Python. CMD. Probably Python. Yep, like this. So it's 467 plus 35 plus 633 plus 617 plus 592 plus 755 plus 664 plus 598. That's 4,387. That makes sense. Yeah. Yep, that makes sense. Or this or next. Yes. What? Let's actually print the substring. Maybe echo gotten value u, and we can just paste this gotten value and then value and then new line, because of course it wouldn't print a new line. And gotten value 617, which was what in the training data. It's 617 is right next to it, right? That makes sense. Okay, but oh right, this is one condition. Yeah, makes sense. That's kind of true. U and then U. And that's it. Oh no, that's not it. Right? Why wouldn't it be it? So we check if that and this entire condition. So this. We need the whole thing all around it. So just do this. It's a huge condition, but yeah. And something of this. One of these. Why wouldn't that work, really? So you get the previous. Right, we get the previous. It is a symbol. It's not a symbol. It depends. Wait. Do you have the previous? No. Do you have the previous? No. If it's any of these, it's true. Right, valid is equal to true. If valid, yeah, makes sense. But why doesn't, for example, the first thing work? So we can do input txt. Why doesn't this work, for example? Make page in, does it really check it? So J++, yeah. Yes, and what? No. Echo iterating through path at line, so it's I, path at I, path at I, J, which is the character, and then that's going to be probably current at J, right? That makes sense. And let's run it, and let's actually have a new line in here. Alright, so lines begin with 1, but yeah, doesn't matter. 0, 0, so 4, 6, 7. Okay, and we can now do other stuff like, and here have previous, and then next, maybe next, next, right, HP, what? Oh, yes, okay, that makes sense. That, yeah, yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so that should be it. And PHP 42. Yep, exactly. That's what we want. And we can now run it on the entire data. We've gotten all the values, and now we just copy all the data. So we can get the puzzle input, which is this entire stuff, and we can just edit input txt. The beast, right? Edit make PHP, and you is this the answer? Let us see. And yeah, that's the answer. And part 2. The first half of the puzzle is completed. Repeats one ghost star. What is this? It hasn't changed. Okay. The engineer finds the missing part of the installs it is in the engine. As the engine springs to life, you jump to the closest gondola. Finally, you're ready to ascend to the water source. You don't seem to be going very fast though. Maybe something is still wrong. Unfortunately, the gondola has a phone label help, so you can pick it up. And the engineer, before you explain the situation, she suggests that you look out the window. There stands the engineer holding a phone in one hand and waving with the other. You're going so slowly that you haven't even left the station. You exit the gondola. The missing part wasn't the only issue. One of the gears in the engine is wrong. A gear is any symbol with this that is adjacent exactly to two part numbers. It's gear ratio. Okay, let's actually put this under a function called probably solution 1. These are going to come in handy in here. So let's do this. Let's do function and let's do solution 1. And let's actually run solution 1 again, because, well, yeah. Let's add the needed tabulation. And let's actually run solution 1, right? Solution 1. Solution 1, that should be all good to go. Yep. And we don't need to even log it anymore, so we just log the result. That's solution 1, and let's actually try solution 2. So we can copy this, I imagine. A lot of this code is actually going to be very similar. So you can yank this, paste it here. Solution 2. And that's going to be input 2.txt as read. And we're essentially going to be doing something similar, right? So yeah. The missing part was the only issue. The engine is the wrong. Gear symbol is the adjacent to exactly two numbers. A gear is any symbol that is adjacent to exactly two numbers. Its gear ratio is the result of multiplying those two numbers together. Ooh. This time you need to find the gear ratio of every gear and add them up, all up, so that the engineer can figure out which gear needs to be replaced. Consider the same engine schematic again. That's really annoying. Part 1 was not too bad, but this one is kind of bad. So yeah, this time you need to find the gear ratio of every gear and then add them all up. Just consider the semantic. Yep. Gear 35, 467. So it's this and this. So the gear ratio is the top left. It has the perfect nice gear. Really, what was it? Multiply. Gears that is adjacent to exactly two numbers. Its gear ratio is the result of multiplying those two numbers. The second gear is not to the lower right, so this between this and this adjacent is not a gear because it is not adjacent to the part of the number. Adding up all of the gear ratios produces this. Yeah, that makes sense. That's not too bad. Alright, so I think that was basically the only real error. And let's see what we get here. And yeah, see if it's correct. If you have an answer too recently, you have to wait another 8.29 seconds. Well, I'll just wait out the time and we'll see if it's correct or not. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, I waited out the timer and I think the data is now correct and the answer should be correct, I hope. Finally, okay, so yeah, today's challenge was a little bit more convoluted. It was a little bit more challenging than the other days, but I feel like it was worth it, right? It wasn't too bad. Only thing was, again, PHP made some weird errors, and I did as well. So this here was what we needed to just fix it. And that's basically it, right? So yeah, I felt like we learned a lot and had a lot of fun. And don't forget to subscribe, hit like, and probably comment, so I can get some suggestions for what I should do next. And for me, bye!